All right, welcome everyone. We're joined by head women's soccer coach Nikki Izzo-Brown. Coach, if you just want to start us off with an opening statement and give a little background about this preseason we've been working through, then we'll go ahead and open it up for questions.
Super excited that this is semi-normal, back to it preseason. It's great to have the group back and ready to grind and win championships.
All right, we'll go ahead and open it up to questions. Just as a reminder, use the raise hand feature when you're ready. Sam Caniglio, go ahead.
Hi, Sam. How are you?
Doing great, Coach. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm glad to hear it. So, everyone's kind of, like you said, returning to normal a little bit in the preseason. A lot of coaches kind of learned from last season. Whatever, they tried something new and they're sticking with it. Is there anything that you're sticking with this preseason that you tried out for the first time last year out of necessity?
30 days of preseason. I want to go back. It's a coach's dream. It was a coach's dream. The players were like, I never want to go back to 30 days without a game. It was very unique for us because we competed and we had no non-conference games. So, that I didn't answer your question, but I know what I liked. But I would never want to go back. No, thank you. Trying to think if I really got a lot out of how it pertained to that. I would probably just say, I don't know. It was just so different, Sam. That's a tough question for me because we had so much training time. So it was just a little bit more relaxed. So I stink.
Let me see if I can help you out a little bit.
Yeah.
Just to kind of give you a specific. So like Neil Brown, I'm at the football practice facility right now. Neil Brown said last year they had to do split squad scrimmages to kind of keep everything distanced. You know what I mean? Is there anything that you kind of did like that you're kind of sticking with?
No, we're not. That Neil Brown, he just thinks he's so much better than me over there. I think that football coach over there thinks he's got one up on me. No, I mean, yes, I do think there is something to be said about looking at, how you organize training and how you group some kids together. But I might have to call Neil and find out what he's doing that's so awesome over there. But no, I don't want to go anywhere back towards some of that stuff other than one game a weekend would be great. Yeah.
Sam, you can go ahead.
So you got that game yesterday, a big, exhibition game against Maryland. You guys played pretty well. Did you have any specific goals you were trying to achieve in that, or were you just excited to get back playing against somebody wearing a different color shirt?
Yeah, well, of course, the team wanted to play against somebody different. And what's part of our hard work and we incorporate is focus. So we've introduced some tactics that we really wanted to see in positional play and then collectively. And I was able to see it. I'm just finishing up film and thought that there were some really good moments and how well the team has stayed focused moving forward and building up to, the Buffalo game.
Any other questions for Coach? Sam, you have another one?
Yeah, I'll just keep going if that's all right.
Just keep going.
So, you guys have a lot of new faces, a lot of new freshmen. That's kind of the typical thing with college sports. But, obviously one of the biggest talking points around college sports is the transfer portal, how it's impacted how players get to where they are and how coaches pick their players. Now, you have been the beneficiary, I believe is the word. You've been the receiver and the giver, I guess, to the transfer portal. Let's put it that way. So what are your thoughts on it? And then if I may add a follow-up, Maya, what value does she bring to the roster?
Yeah. First and foremost, Maya has, we're not necessarily a young team, like I would have expressed last year. I think now we're kind of growing into the years. And when I was recruiting Maya, I really talked to her about her experience and her years. And that's really what we needed, was another player with that type of experience. So Maya has definitely filled that role. I loved what I saw from her. I call her M&M because we have two Mayas now. So she's my M&M. And, so she's just really brought in that exact factor, but also more. I mean, the kid works. She's very talented. She can see things. She can create things, but she's gritty. So it's nice to have somebody with that mentality, with experience. Yes. And the portal. Well, you guys know I'm old school. So it's very complicated question for me. I think, I'm a woman of my word, and I think you should always be able to compromise and figure things out. But I also understand that, sometimes that can't happen. And, we try to do a real good job of understanding that when we get transfers in, is it, what are the reasons? What are the factors? So it's going to happen. Unfortunately, I don't think it's a great necessarily option unless some key things haven't been addressed, because I do believe, as you grow in college, you need to understand how to fix things and work with people. But again, there's some things that you just can't fix. So, that's kind of how I stand.
You're up next.
Let's go. Let's go from one nickname to another. You from Eminem to, I know, Pinto. But one of the things that
Hi, Adam.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
One of the things that you said about her last year was how much she owned the process.
Yeah.
In terms of coming in as a player and leaving as a player. Who were some other players that you feel like you'd like to say your whole roster is, but maybe that jump out in terms of fitting that kind of mold, that are owning the process and really developing and making step after step after step?
Yeah. Is this current roster? So kids are this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Kenzie Youngst is a great example. I mean, we were giggling about it. She came in as a redshirted freshman. She came in with an injury, and then her sophomore year, little minutes, then her junior year, obviously she came in and developed more minutes. Or her, whatever year, not COVID, but redshirt years, her first year, which would have been her sophomore year. And then last year. So I think you can kind of see how Kenzie has really developed to being, that next level player. Gabby Robinson, same thing. Julie Lynch, they're really just kind of developing. And as they develop, their impact and the little things they do make the big things happen. And I think that, they've really done that. Of course, Jordan's grown, but Jordan came in immediately and started and really impacted. So she's a bit different. But I would probably really look to Kenzie first and say that she's really been someone that is trusted the process when it comes to minutes, and then grown and developed, because, that's what we really want to do here.
Let me give you a chance to talk about your Golden Girls and how proud you are of watching that. I mean, it's kind of unbelievable. Even watching that game, though, how many players in that game were at Dick Dust Field at one point or another in their career in their careers.
Yeah, I mean, even we went and played Sinclair and Rapinoe. They both played for Portland, so it was the year they won the national championship. We played and we went out there. Yeah, it's, but anyways, it's so hard for me because I just want to reflect on that. And I've talked to both moms, first, about it. Just, man, it's incredible. And, there's so many key moments when I was with both of them where, it was a struggle. It was a struggle and with their national team. And, because again, nobody sees the struggles. They only see the gold medal. And for me to watch them hold that, I am like bursting. I'm bursting with love and excitement and just like, oh my God, it's amazing.
Sam, you can go ahead.
Is that something you can imagine? If you go back to when you first started the program, you brought women's soccer to Morgantown. Could you imagine, gold medal, best young player of the World Cup, all just a trophy cabinet full of international, experience?
Yeah, so what I said was that it was going to take special people to win here. And I always thought it was a special place. So I would have to say, I probably wouldn't have gotten as specific and said, hey, I know I'm going to coach a gold medalist, 2 gold medalists, bronze medalists, World Cup players, now what is it? I don't know, 30 pros, but I knew we had a special place here and it was just the right people to come in. But I think, Sam, it's a sick disease that us coaches have because we never get to reflect enough and go, whoa, wait a minute. There's that young coach and, now she's this old coach and look what's happened along the way. And I wish if I was to talk to my young self, I would appreciate moments like this and go, wow, there's some really amazing things happening that don't happen to every program in this country.
Sam, you can keep on going. One more, Coach. So just to bring it back, your 2 Golden Girls, old Golden Blue Girls, Jordan Brewster and Kaysa Massey, on the preseason All Big 12 team. What have you seen improve of them this offseason, and do you have any expectations for either of them?
Yeah, I told both of them they better be on those teams at the end of the year. That's the most important. But I think it shows confidence that other coaches voted for them. And I know I'm their biggest fans. So, to me, it's exciting that they get the nod from other coaches in the conference that feel that they're of that level. But I think both of them bring that experience back. Because both of them now have had, those years under their belts and understanding, and especially Jordan. So, my hope is leadership, experience, and a little bit of hunger to get a championship this year.
All right. Any other questions for Coach? All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this afternoon.
Thanks, everyone. Hi, Andrew.
Hey, what's up? I'm in a car right now, so I didn't ask any questions, but I've been listening the whole time. It's awesome to get back to do this, guys.
Yeah, we are too. Thanks, everyone, for being on. I appreciate you. Look forward to it.
Yep.